Alright, family, so I am driving, so you will hear some noise in the background. Please bear with me. Now, I don't profess to be a know-it-all because, I'm not a highly educated brother. As a matter of fact, I just have basic common sense, you know what I'm saying, that get me through life on a daily basis. But I do have questions, every so often, such as today, right? So I'm going to be brief in this particular video, just asking a couple of questions. Now, growing up, we was taught that the Earth spin 1,000 miles an hour. We're on a round globe spinning 1,000 miles an hour. That basically, because of gravity, we're able to, I guess, walk on the Earth without being swept out into space, according to them. So we're on a round globe. So you got people on the opposite side of the globe walking upside down and shit, right? You ever stand on your head, family, and how the blush rushes to your head? But they're saying that there's people now in China and shit walking upside down, and that you can bend water on a round globe. Not only that, right? Pretty much, what I'm saying, if we're spinning 1,000 miles an hour, we're supposed to be flying off the Earth, but because of gravity, we're able to be, fastened to the Earth. But yes, still you have planes and shit, flies and birds and, winged animals can leave the motherfucking ground and they can fly up, but they're not being swept off. They're not being held down by gravity. But that's what they tell us. That's what they tell us, family. So I want y'all to rewatch this video and pay attention to what NASA alleged in the writing on the screen, right? But a question I have is this. If we're on a round globe spinning 1,000 miles an hour, if you was to go outside right now and look up in the sky, you see clouds, that cloud appears to be stationary. That's number one. Number two, if you're spinning 1,000 miles an hour, how is it that we're able to have at least 12 hours of sunlight on the Earth? That's number three. I think that's the third question. The fourth question is, if the sun is million and million of miles away from the Earth in space, how is it that when you're in space, you don't see the sunlight? Now, I know a lot of y'all going to look at this image on your screen and say, well, see, that's the sun reflecting on the planet or whatever. That's what y'all going to say. But no, they said space is dark and cold. So if space is dark and cold, where is the sunlight in space to light it up? Just like how it lights up the Earth and shit, right? Where is the motherfucking sun in space, according to them? Because they say millions and millions of miles away from Earth. Now, this is why I'm not convinced, because if you go back into my archives, my playlist, right, or video, whatever, right, you'll see where I made a video. I personally made this video showing you where there was clouds behind the sun. So if the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles an hour, I gotta keep saying that shit, 1,000 miles an hour, how are we able to land a plane from one runway to the next runway in another country perfectly on the runway without, flipping over or whatever? Because again, the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles an hour. So when a plane leaves one airport, it goes into the air, into space and shit, almost into space. Because space is basically, if you're not on the ground, you're in space. That's what the fuck space really is. So if the plane leaves one country, like let's say leave America and goes to Jamaica and shit, and how is it able to land perfectly on the runway in Jamaica a couple hours later, perfectly on the runway with the Earth spinning 1,000 miles an hour? And again, where is the sunlight in space? And who is taking these photos? Right? Looking down on the International Space Station. Who is looking down? Who's taking this photo of the International Space Station? Please answer these questions, family, because again, I know I'm not educated, but I know I'm not dumb either. You know what I'm saying? So for all these years of our lives, we've been told by the powers that shouldn't be, by these people, right? These fucking reptilians and shit. All these lies. And some people might say, well, why would they lie to us? Why not? They lie to us, and a lot of us believe they lie because that's a form of control. If we buy into their lies, then they know they have control over us. They've been telling us lies for centuries. They said that they are the superior race, but we know they're the dying breed. You know what I'm saying? But family, again, if anybody can answer these questions for me, I'm here. Hit me up in the comment section. I'm waiting any answers anybody can give to me, because I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to think. I just believe that I'm the one that's probably stupid and everybody else is smart and shit, So help me out here, family, please. I'm begging you. And with that, I say peace and blessing. Shalom, shalom.